Did you know that over 60% of Americans have not fully paid for their homes? The average cost of a home is over $400,000, and not very many people have that much money saved up.
So, how do they buy it?
They buy it with credit. Credit is the measure of trust the bank or store gives to a customer for future payment of the money that they borrow for the goods they purchase now. Usually, the best rule for spending is, don't spend more money than you have right now. But there are some things you will want or need that are just too expensive to pay for all at once, and you might have to rely on credit to make the purchase. Credit is like an IOU. It allows you to buy something on the promise that you will pay for it little by little over time, instead of all at once. But sellers won't simply give their product to you based on your promise. Someone has to pay them now. Maybe it's the bank or a credit card company, but when you use credit, you are essentially borrowing all the money from someone to pay the seller for what you buy. This borrowed money is called a loan, and the person or business that you borrowed it from is called a lender. When you take out a loan or buy on credit, you owe the lender that money. They will keep track of this debt and how reliable you are at making your payments. If you pay that money back on time and in the amount you agreed to, you will have good credit. If not, you will have bad credit and you will be in trouble.
Uh-oh!
There are banking organizations that collect this information about you and give you a credit score, from 300 to 850. The higher your score is, the better your credit is. The average American has a score of 697, which is pretty good. If you can score over 750, then you're doing very well. But if you get down into the 500s or below by not paying your bill on time, lenders will not loan you money, and you should start looking for ways to improve your score. Think of credit as your reputation when it comes to paying back money that you've borrowed. If someone is thinking about lending you money, they're going to ask themselves, can I trust this person to pay me back? Do they have a good reputation or a bad reputation? Your credit score will tell them the answer. It's the first thing a lender will want to investigate about you when you ask for a loan. So your credit score can make or break your big purchase plans. Having good or bad credit will affect many things you want to do in the future.
But I'm not ready to take out a big loan yet.
Don't worry, there are ways to start building good credit with small transactions. One thing you can do is get a credit card and use it to make regular small purchases, as long as you have a plan to earn the money to pay the credit card bills. Check your budget to see how much money you'll have available when the bill is due, and don't spend more than that amount. Then, when the bill comes due, you'll be able to make your payment on time and pay off the full amount. This will show lenders that you're a reliable borrower. So in the future, when you need a big loan, you'll be trusted. Every time you pay your credit card bill on time and in full, your reputation gets better and your credit score goes up. But be careful, it's very easy and tempting to buy expensive things that you don't need with your credit card. Things that you won't have enough money to completely pay off for a long time. Remember, a credit card is essentially a short-term loan that is subject to interest charges. If you end up owing more than you can afford to pay back and you don't keep up with your payments, your financial reputation will get worse, and your credit score will go down. When you're stuck in debt like that, most of the money that you earn will go to pay for the old things that you already bought, and not new things.
Man, that sounds miserable.
It takes a lot of work to build your credit score back up once it's gotten too low, so it's best to keep it from getting low in the first place. So, even though credit is most important when it comes to big decisions in your future, it's never too early to start thinking about it and working on earning a good financial reputation. Establishing smart credit habits now is the best way to ensure that lenders will trust you when it's time to ask for a loan. Just remember, start small, be responsible, and you'll find that credit doesn't have to be intimidating. It can open up a lot of opportunities that will make life much better for you.
Subscribe and watch more at PragerU.com.